Hello and hey, to mess around with golf with your friends, this time going to be the Candyland 2020 Updated Classic Guide. With the new physics, new UI, and we're going to go ahead and get you ready to demolish the course. Hole number 1, if it finally loads, we're going to go ahead and aim at this cylindrical licorice piece, I guess. And as soon as we let go of the power, we're going to start holding jump. So we just pop out without having to do anything extra. And get down to this little bowl. Hole number 2, we're going to try to go all the way to this little side, and the right side of our triangular part, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we can't see any part of the right of it at full power. I know that's a really weird description and a very, very specific shot, but it's kind of required for this particular hole without doing some harder to replicate kind of things. Hole number 3, we're going to aim right here at full power. We're going to wait for this hole in this ice cream sandwich to kind of just start to enter the ground on the left side when we let go. And that'll allow us to bounce like crazy down and around into this bowl, and it's one of the cooler hole-in-ones I've ever found in this game. I'm happy that it survived the physics change too. We just needed to get a little bit different spot of aim. Hole number 4, a pretty specific shot we have here again. We're going to go full power and just kind of aim at the second or third circle on this cylindrical licorice piece. Which allows us to fall off and get bounced around in a nice way. Hole number 5. I like to say that there's an easier way to do this. However, I kind of just like to wing it. I aim about the 4th tile up on the left and just kind of pick a random 3 4/5 power, and it works most of the time. As we see, we almost popped out of the course there, but that's just kind of the risk that I take when it comes to this current iteration of this hole. Hole 6 is very, very specific. We need to aim at a pretty specific spot. We need to get basically as close as we possibly can to that cylindrical red piece without actually hitting it. That way we can just skirt by that one and get into the hole for a not so easy hole-in-one. It's a very specific shot. Hole number 7, I goofed on the first one, but we're going to aim in between the corner of this building and the peppermint candy window at 3 3/4 power. The fun sentences I get to say while playing this game. We are just able to fall off and into this bowl. It's a pretty, again, specific shot compared to how easy this course used to be, but play around with it a little bit, you get it in no time. Hole number 8, we're going to look off to our right and down, full power, right here. I don't believe anybody's ever hole-in-one this despite its proximity to the starting point. Maybe it's possible with the new physics. I was not able to try, but we have a very simple 2 in place of that. Hole number 9, I like to use the very tip of the pointer here to just get past this first tile, like on the far side of it. If you're too short with it, you will fly off the course and not be able to recover. So as we get down here, we're going to take our second shot and full power on the first tile off the ground to this far left side. You want to take a little bit of power off if you're a little bit closer to it, which can happen off of that conveyor belt situation. And the reason you want to take a little bit of power off is because otherwise you go flying past the hole. But we just make it in, we're doing just fine. Hole 10, very simple. Over here to the left, full power, basically anywhere here. It's not ultra specific because all you gotta do is land in this chocolate slide, and I've never come out of the bowl, so looking good. Hole 11, you aim at the edge of this ice cream sandwich, 3 1/2 power, kind of just on the inside of it, or the right side, I should say, of that corner. And that'll get you directly into the hole. as opposed to the left, which you have a chance of coming out. It's unlikely, but there's a chance. Hole number 12, I like to, again, put the tip of the cursor on the second tile here. It's not ultra specific because we have a second shot that can get a little sketchy. But what we're going to do is go to just barely over 3 power, like the slightest little sliver over, and aim at this particular corner right here. Because we want to hit through the bowl twice and go down and in. I found that to be more consistent than trying to do any sort of Kobe or any other combination of things. That's been my most consistent strategy. Hole 13, we can go just over 3 power to, again, dunk it. This is a little bit too much power here, but even if you do that, you still stay in and are able to get it. So if you go just over 3, you are able to get the dunk, and it looks pretty slick. Hole 14, a pretty tough shot to hit here. It's a very specific power. It's just over 3 power. It's kind of a weird amount of just over 3. And a very, very specific shot. You want to get just basically as close as you possibly can to that far cylinder. Obviously without hitting it. So if you're going to miss, go ahead and miss left. You'll just be down there in a very favorable spot instead of the hole in one. But yeah, if you're going to miss to the left. Hole 15, this one's very simple. We aim the tip of our cursor at the curved edge on the bottom there of the split of those ice cream sandwiches. I just love the sentences I get to say on this course. But again, another simple hole in one. That's a pretty good round going so far. Hole 16, we want to aim for this hole in the ice cream sandwich on the right side of it. And point right there. Full power, of course. We'll get on the left side here. I'm going to go ahead and aim with about 2 1/4 power. Kind of just getting in line with this the side part. So me just randomly adding another 1/4 bar of power cost me that shot. So we'll go ahead and reset and show you what not to do. Should be just fine for the rest of this. Going to go ahead and play through it kind of quickly. And that's why you do what you say you're going to do and not what you want to do. So 2 1/4, staying in line here, directly down and in. Hole 17, again, a pretty simple series of shots. We have a full power left side of this cylinder. And a nice follow-up, just over 2 power directly at the flag. You can go a little bit more if you feel safer with that, kind of, bouncing off the back wall and coming back into the bowl. Like if you're not confident you're going to hit the hole for some reason. That is an option for you. And lastly, hole 18, I like to aim at the center line, which you are slightly askew from, and go just about 3 1/2 power, maybe a touch more. Maybe I'm a bit too hard again here. Definitely definitely was. But we do still hit the center slide here, which is absolutely crucial to getting an easy 3. A 2 technically is possible if you bounced off a ball like a perfect way on this next shot, but we're going to not try to go for that. We're just going to wait for this to reset us. 2 power anywhere, just anywhere. The aim point is not important for that particular shot. We just want to get closer. It's a little layup. And then we need to aim full power directly at the flag. I don't have a timing. You'd think that I would spend 5 minutes and kind of figure out if there are better timings, but I just going to go randomly. Obviously, just don't go when the closest balls you're going to hit. But other than that, it's basically just chance. But yeah, that is Candyland. Don't have too much to say about it. A lot of the shots are straightforward. Sorry I didn't have a whole lot to say about them. They're just not that tricky. It's one of the easiest courses, and again, one of my favorites. But I got a lot of these to make, so as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be safe, guys.